The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Harris has it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 89. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
At 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running is Swift. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7, Giants nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 29, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. An injury timeout here as I believe, yeah, that's DeAndre Swift. Swift is still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but To go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Giants, first down.
They'll run with Barkley. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Giants nothing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They begin with a run by Barkley. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
First down carry for Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Able to spin free. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here is complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw again. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On first down, Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's good for 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lewis. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. They find some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he floated one out there, incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kenny Galladay His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
And this carries into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Powers ahead at the 45. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. The 20. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chase Edmonds, 48 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total. total there on Next Gen Stats.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The Lions on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Screen play, Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another. interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another carry now for Edmonds. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Edmonds. And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they will take a knee here.